took old Texas Tech about 8 blocks down the street a while ago, about to head out of here, and I looked back at my rearview mirror and I couldn't see nothing behind me. Welcome back to 806 Driving, B&B Trucking. Well, we took old Texas Tech about 8 blocks down the street a while ago, about to head out of here, and I looked back at my rearview mirror and I couldn't see nothing behind me. Nothing but, I guess you would say it's smoke. To me, it really wasn't smoke, it was steam. This thing was, hold on, the mechanic is calling me. All right, I just got off the phone with the mechanic there, and he's kind of thinking the same thing I'm thinking. This thing had a blown head gasket in the head, and we ended up doing the major on it, doing the end frame on the truck. But I think him a lot thinks there's a lot of coolant still left in the exhaust, and they didn't really drive it up there in Amarillo too much. They just ran it in the shop for the little break-in period after they rebuilt it. And you know, you build heat in the engine as far as coolant heat doing that, but you don't build heat in your exhaust because you don't have no boost. You're not pushing no boost. Well, when I took off with this 84,000 pound load going down the street there and was building some boost, well, you're building heat in your exhaust, in turn steaming off that coolant. So it's just got to burn that coolant off in there, I guess. And I've been sitting here for a while now, and it's really cleared up quite a bit. And I'll throw a little picture of what it was looking like in the video I took of it. Don't do justice to what it looked like going down the street. So a while ago, it looked like a daggone freight train. I couldn't see nothing behind me, but I think it's gonna clear up, and let's roll this hood over, and we're gonna try her again. So we'll catch y'all here in a minute. Let's go try her again, y'all. Let's go try her again. As usual, it always seems like I'm running into the sun, don't it? Watching in my mirrors here, I'm not seeing nothing yet, so maybe we got burned off what we're gonna have to get burned off maybe. By the time I got here a while ago, it was steaming real bad. We're looking good now, y'all. So we'll continue on down the road and watch our gauges and try to break this 1LW 34L6E model cat. Break her in. Give her a break in. 806 Driving. See y'all in a minute. Alright guys, we made it in here. See, we're getting unloaded here. She did good. Did good all the way over here. Didn't have no heating issues. Oil pressure stayed good, about 60 pounds all the way. Sucker pulling about 40 pounds boost. She's still a hoss. Got some pretty good pulls coming over here. A couple good hills. Actually, some good river bottoms you go across and have to come back up the other side. And hell, she did good on those. Oil temperature stayed good. About to roll over the hood and look, make sure we don't have nothing leaking or anything. All the steam cleared out of the exhaust. As far as I can tell, it's a success right now, so let's roll over this hood and see what we got. As far as I can see, zoom y'all out, everything looks pretty good. Gotta clean my windshields, I know that. Windshield's dirty. Yeah, I think we're all right, y'all. Gonna continue to get unloaded. We'll clean them windshields, and hell, we'll check y'all here in a minute. got here? Got our PTO. See, I got this flange removed here. What's happening is this PTO was leaking. And I don't know if it was leaking from this gasket. It goes right here. This gasket's pretty hard and brittle, so I kind of think that's where it was. Or if it was leaking from this seal. The seal looks pretty good though. The rubber's still good. It's a little hard. Still got the spring around it. Don't look too bad. But somewhere it was leaking. So what I had to do, I cleaned this all up, cleaned that up. And we got a rebuild kit here. And what I'm going to do out of this rebuild kit, I'm going to put a new seal and a new flange gasket on it and put it back together. This PTO originally came off the black truck. It was leaking real bad on it, and so we pulled it off and we had a new PTO, and I put the new PTO back on the black truck. Texas Tech here was broke down, so the PTO that was on Texas Tech, the flange on that PTO, which is a little different than this flange, busted. So we got to get a new flange for that PTO to fix it and our pump. What happened is it got smashed, and it broke the pump off. Our pump, this is a new pump that's going to go back on there. But on the old one, it broke off the input shaft here on the pump, and it broke the flange and the output shaft on the PTO. So we got to fix that on that one, but I'm not going to do that today. All I'm going to do is reseal this one, fill it up with some fluid and test it, make sure it don't leak, and then we're going to put it and the new pump on Texas Tech there. That's the plan. So right now, before I start working on this and sealing it up, I'm going to get underneath Texas Tech and start draining the transmission fluid, because I got to pull the plate off the bottom of the transmission to mount up the PTO. Pretty easy deal, just a little time consuming. What these PTOs do, PTO runs off of your transmission. And in turn, this shaft right here, this shaft right here, and this shaft right here, they spline together. The PTO drives your hydraulic pump off of the transmission. Hydraulic pump is fed by fluid from a reservoir on the truck, and it goes through here, and that's what provides power to our walking floors, or to our RGN out there to raise it up and down. Anything that needs a hydraulics ran on it. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to start draining that transmission, and I'll catch a little footage of putting this sucker together and getting her done. See you in a minute. Alright, y'all, this part right here ain't going to take too long to fix. We're also going to use a flange gasket here, find a thick one. We're going to use that to go between the transmission and our PTO. Got some extras here if we need to thicken it or lessen it. I believe this is our gasket for right there. Sure enough, looks like it. We got a few of them here. They all look relatively the same. And that one's got some little holes in it. This one don't. Let's see how this one lines up. Yeah, let's use the one without the holes in it. Hit the hole, Chris, hit the hole. Same old problem we always got, ain't it? Alrighty. Use that flange gasket. We gotta get this, we gotta press this seal. Looks like it goes right there like it should. We gotta get this seal and press it in this seal and press it into our flange. What I'll usually do on that, if I don't have a seal drivers just right, like I already got this socket out, fits on that seal pretty good. I'll come over here. We'll set it on the vise here. Get my socket, square it up. Yeah, I drove it all the way through, y'all. I don't know how deep that thing's so through. Alright, I know what we gotta do then. I see what the deal is here. I need, go ahead and get it started. We'll get her started. Alright, we'll go ahead and put it on the PTO, and then we'll finish driving it down because it'll bottom out once it's mounted to that PTO. Oh, we come back over here to Mr. PTO. And there's only a certain way that this flange will go on and everything line up like it should. Put me a little grease on my seal there. Let's spray a little PB blaster on it to get it to slide over like it needs to. Kind of work it on that shaft and don't try not to damage it. Gotta be careful with their gasket underneath too, not to damage it. Of course, I put it 180 degrees in the wrong way first, right out of the box. Let's pull this bastard off and see which way it's going to go. There we go. It looks like it's going to line up right there just right. So put the gasket back on. Tell you what I'm going to do too. God dang it. Help hold our gasket in place. Take a little, just a tad bit of RTV. Put it on 4 corners here. What I usually do is just smear it on there real nice and thin. I don't want to use it as my seal. I just want to use it as a little bit of a glue to help hold this seal in place. All right. Now, let's see. That's how we wanted it, right? Just like that, I believe. Work our seal on. There we go. In place, in place. Got it in place. Now, got 4 of these hex-headed bolts here. Oh, not that one. Where'd the other one? Oh, here they are. Smaller ones. They go in right here. Y'all know what chair is? Right chair. Let's try to start them by hand a few rounds. One more somewhere. There it is. Take our gun here and ease them in. snug them up. Booyah. 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 All right. Now, go back over to our handy dandy vise over here. Mr. Handy Dandy Vise. Sort of PTO up on it. That way we got a good solid surface to drive our seal on down on. There we go. Alright. Now I got everything sealed up. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to put it in this parts washer. And I'm going to fill it up with fluid and let it set for a little bit. Before, this thing wouldn't hold fluid very long. It would all run out wherever it was leaking at. I really couldn't tell as nasty it was, but we're going to try it and give it a leak down test right quick. Alright, let's see, I'm putting the fluid in here. We'll fill it up pretty much level. Once it gets level, I cut it off. And while we're waiting on it to do this little leak down test, while it's doing this little leak down test, I'll kind of show y'all how a PTO works. If you look, here you got a set of drive gears. This bigger gear, it drives off of a gear on the bottom of your transmission. This one right here, if you look down in there, there's another gear down inside there. Well, while the transmission, see, and that gear down in there turns your shaft. This is the one this is the PTO that was broke, y'all. I got to fix. We got to put new seals, new clip in it. Really just need that whole flange piece. Easy fix though, if we can get the parts. What this does, this is an air solenoid right here. You got air line goes here. Whenever you flip the switch inside the cab to engage your PTO, shoots air here. There's a little fork down in here. Y'all can see that? You can see that. Let me change y'all up here right quick. All right. See that there's a bar down in here. Move my finger, you can see it light up. What it is a fork. Grabs a hold of that gear. When the air is supplied to this shaft here, it moves this gear over to match up with this gear, and therefore making the transmission turn both these gears and turn your shaft. So that's basically how a PTO works. They're really simple. You got another sensor here. All this is a ground sensor. You hook a wire, it goes back up to your switch, and there's a light on there. You got a constant hot wire going to your light, and then your ground wire comes here. Whenever that plunger kicks that fork over and engages the shaft here, look at that, there's a bad tooth on that one, y'all, right there. That ain't good. But when it engages that other gear down there onto this gear, it creates a ground from the truck and kicks your light on, and that just kind of tells you that your PTO is engaged. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sit there for a minute, y'all. See if it leaks down any. See how it does. And I'll come back and check it in a minute. And we'll get with y'all here in just a minute. Alright, y'all, this is the old pump that came off of this truck. You can see that the shaft, look at this shaft, is what it should look like, and what that one looks like. It broke completely off. But if you look at your outputs for your pump to run right here, you got two 1-inch MPT pipe thread outlets. This pump had a different type setup, so I'm fixing to have to go down to our local farm store and see if I can find a JIC fitting to fit here, This is your pressure line. This is your suction line. So your suction line is always bigger. So that's where it sucks the fluid in, hydraulic fluid in, and puts it out right here. And that's your pressure line. So you want a hard line there that you can screw on tight. So I need to go find some 1-inch MPT pot thread fittings that will fit in this one and have these type of ends on them. So that's what we're going to go do right now. Alright, y'all, we've run into a little issue here. If you look at the old pump here, this old pump was mounted to the PTO up here like so. And the inlet and outlet was able to run underneath this transmission cooler right here. Most trucks like we got that we run do not have the transmission cooler mounted right here. It's usually mounted either up front by the radiator, and your coolant or your cooler lines run up there, or it's mounted back here about under the sleeper or in the frame somewhere out of the way. So with this traditional style pump like we have right here, wait, I need to go so y'all can see. All right, traditional style pump like this one here, it mounts up like so, and it's got your ports right here, your inlet and your outlet right here. But with it mounted up, the inlet and outlet covers on this pump are going to be covered up by the transmission cooler, so I cannot use these locations. Now I'm going to put some plugs in here. These pumps like this also have ports on the sides. You got one here and one here, so I'm going to have to use this one for my inlet and this one for my outlet, so that way I can run my lines. My outlet will come around here and tie in here, and my inlet, or my inlet will come around this side of the cooler and tie in on that side of the pump. So that's the plan. We just ran into a little issue, so catch y'all in a minute. Alright, y'all. We're about to rig out our pump here. I'm going to put 2 1-inch plugs here like I told y'all. Take these plug here. There's a plug under here out. Put my elbow in and my hose barb. So that's what we're about to do, y'all. Check it out. Put y'all back on a little time lapse. Got a little grease on my noggin, y'all. Sucks being bald-headed, don't it? Well, we got her all fixed up here, I think. We're gonna pull out here to a trailer right quick and make sure everything's gonna work right. That's the plan. Hopefully everything's good to go. Now I gotta come back in here and clean up my mess. Come back in and clean up the mess. Anyway, get over here to the trailer, get hooked up. I'll catch you back up with y'all. All right, guys, we're hooked up. Wet kit wise, anyway. I didn't hook nothing else right. Just the moment of truth. You know what? These dang, this hydraulic tank might have some valves on it. Hell yeah. Valve was closed. Blow some shit up. I wasn't careful. Luckily, it just has a valve on the suction side. I knew I couldn't hear it doing anything like it's sucking. I hear a little something now. I can't see. Oh yeah. I hear the floor moving. Oh yeah, she's doing her thing, y'all. Got thing about John Deere green right there. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. Make sure we ain't got no major issues. Who's that over there, y'all? Oh, La Flama Blanca. I guess I'll be getting her back tomorrow. Uncle Adam's gonna be taking this truck tomorrow, so he's gonna be taking this one tomorrow. Anyway, let her run for a minute, check her out, and hell, we'll catch y'all here in a little bit. Got a pretty sunset. Beautiful day here today, y'all. Alright guys, the wet kit, PTO and pump seem to be working fine. My uncle dropped the trailer, got out from underneath it with my truck, old La Flama Blanca, and he got back underneath his trailer with that Texas Tech truck there. So I think we're in pretty good shape. I'll have La Flama Blanca back tomorrow. I'll probably have to haul some bales tomorrow, and then if it's as pretty weather tomorrow as it was today, man, it was in the upper 50s, low 60s, no wind, beautiful day here today. If it's like that again tomorrow, I'm gonna give her a bath, because she is nasty. That truck is nasty. But other than that, it's been a long week. A lot of mechanic work, recovering from the COVID. The rest of the family is about to come off of quarantine this weekend, so I get to hang out with baby 806. Been missing seeing him, and 806 Junior, old Bubba, he gets to go and play in his new car this weekend, and maybe we'll get back to a little bit of normalcy, however the heck you say that. But Miss 806 got me a rib plate from our little barbecue shack here, so we're gonna go check that out. And hell, I guess I'll see y'all on the next one. Like we say here, keep the shiny side up and the hammer down. Support your veterans. 806 driver. I'm at the house, and we out, y'all. Thanks for watching.